Just days before Joe Biden was named the official Democratic nominee for the 2020 presidential election, Jill Biden's former husband, Bill Stevenson, came forward and claimed that Joe is the reason for the demise of his marriage. During an exclusive interview at the Daily Mail in mid-August 2020, Stevenson, founder of the Stone Balloon Tavern and Concert Hall in Newark, Delaware, spoke candidly about his own marriage to Jill, and even alleged that the story the Bidens recount about how they first met is nothing more than a sham. Stevenson claimed to the publication, "I don't want to hurt anyone, but facts are facts, and what happened, happened. I genuinely don't want to harm Jill's chances of becoming First Lady. She would make an excellent First Lady, but this is my story." He also said he has plans to publish a 300-page book, but is adamant that he's only designated a mere 80 pages of the book to his marriage to Jill. So what exactly does Stevenson claim went on behind his back? And is he still resentful of the Bidens? Stevenson claimed to the tabloid that both he and his then-wife Jill helped Joe Biden secure his Senate seat during his first election in 1972. The Delaware businessman said, "Jill and I sat in the Biden's kitchen. We worked on his campaign. I gave $10,900 to his first campaign, in cash." According to Stevenson, he initially intended on supporting Republican Senator and rumored shoo-in J. Caleb Boggs. But that all changed after the two had a falling out. He recalled, "I had a disagreement with Boggs over corruption in Delaware, and he told me, 'Get out of my office, go work for that joke Biden,' who was then at only about 20% in the polls. During that time, Biden was married to his first wife, Nelia. Tragically, after securing the Senate seat, Nelia and the couple's 1-year-old daughter, Naomi, died in a horrific car accident. The couple also shared 2 older sons, Hunter, a lawyer and investment advisor, and former Attorney General of Delaware, Beau Biden, who died after a battle with brain cancer in 2015. During the interview with the Daily Mail, Stevenson revealed he had his suspicions all along about his wife and the charming politician. Stevenson claimed, "I know exactly when it was. Bruce Springsteen was going to play at the Stone Balloon, and I had to go to northern New Jersey to pay him in advance. I asked Jill to go with me, and she said no, she had things to do. She had to look after Joe's kids, Beau and Hunter. It was kind of a big deal to go meet Springsteen. I had no idea she and Joe were that kind of friendly." Stevenson said his suspicions were further confirmed when one of Jill's friends confided in him, stating that she thought Jill and Joe, quote, "were getting a little too close." However, it was in October of 1974 when things came to a head for Stevenson and his wife. He explained, "I was at work and a guy came in and asked, 'Do you own a brown Corvette?' I said, 'Yes, it's my wife's car.' He said back in May it had crunched his bumper, and they told him to get an estimate and he never heard back from them. I said, 'Wait a minute, who is they?' And he said, 'Funnily enough, Senator Biden was driving.'" According to Stevenson, after that, he asked Jill to leave their home and she did. The marriage was over. But not so fast. If you ask both Joe and Jill Biden, they remember how they met very differently. According to the Daily Mail, the Bidens claim that after Joe was widowed, it just so happened that he and his brother Frank were strolling through the Wilmington airport when Joe fixed his eyes on a blonde in an ad. The story goes that Joe pointed to the girl in the picture and told his brother that was the kind of girl he would like to date, to which his brother replied, "Why don't you then? I know her," and then gave Joe her phone number. Jill further corroborated that story in her 2019 autobiography, claiming that Joe called her up out of the blue and asked her out. She initially declined the invitation because she had a date scheduled with someone else. But Joe only grew more persistent, claiming he was only in town one night. She eventually accepted, and the rest is history.
He was a gentleman. He shook my hand, and I remember going upstairs and calling my mother at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I said, "Mom, I finally met a gentleman."
While there definitely appears to be some discrepancy around how the Bidens sparked their romance, Bill Stevenson admitted he understands why Joe fell for Jill, saying, "I consider Joe a friend. I'm not surprised he fell in love with Jill. Everyone who meets Jill falls in love with her immediately. It's hard not to." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite hot topics are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.